Good evening, everyone. Could I please just have your attention for a moment? We'd like to welcome you to the campus of Saginaw Valley State University and the James O'Neill Jr. Arena in the Ryder Center for Health and Physical Education. No doubt you are all eagerly anticipating tonight's commencement and are proud of the accomplishments of the person you are here to celebrate. Before the ceremony begins in just a few minutes, allow me to share with you just a few of our general housekeeping notes. The Ryder Center, like all buildings on campus, is a tobacco-free, no-smoking facility. University policy permits smoking only in the parking lots. The audience is requested to stand during the processional, remain standing for the national anthem, and stand again during the recessional. A professional photographer will be taking pictures of the graduates as they cross the stage tonight. Information about the photographer's company is on page 3 of the Red Commencement program. Personal photographs or videos may be taken from your seats. To preserve the view for each member of the audience, we do ask that no photographs or videos be taken from any area of the floor during the ceremony. Please observe common courtesy by refraining from the use of artificial noisemakers, such as air horns, or any device that could cause physical harm to persons in attendance or that could disrupt this very important ceremony. Also, please familiarize yourself with all emergency exits and note that some emergency exits are behind the curtain and stage, exiting to the east. After the ceremony, all guests are invited to join graduates, faculty, and staff for refreshments and additional photo opportunities in the East Arena. When the ceremony ends, you may follow the graduates as they proceed behind the stage. Thank you so much for your attention. Your cooperation is greatly appreciated, and my great congratulations to you and your family for so many accomplishments. Thank you. We'll be beginning in a few minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please remain standing for the national anthem and remain standing for the invocation, which will be presented by Dr. Mamie Thorns.
Good evening. As we are standing here together tonight, a part of each graduate's dream realized, let us give thanks together in a moment of silence. This ceremony, in all of its pomps and circumstance, unites us in our dreams of promise and equality for all. It allows us to collectively celebrate our graduates' accomplishments, our cultures, our ideas, and hope. We commemorate the very best within each of us here in this moment together. Our hearts swell with gratitude. We humbly appreciate the support of the graduates' families, their loved ones, their teachers, mentors, peers, and all who have stood behind us, putting aside differences with an eye toward a promising future that is marked by tonight's commencement. May each graduate and all who are gathered here not forget the power of this moment. May this evening be a reminder that hard work, diligence, support, and tenacity are what have brought us to this night with you. Recall the power of this moment, the common bond we share, the inclusive celebration of achievement and success among the diversity of people who are united for a dream, all for one and one for all. Amen.
Thank you, Dr. Thorns. Please be seated. The pre-commencement concert was presented by the Paradigm Brass Quintet. Please join me in expressing our appreciation to them. Welcome to Saginaw Valley State University for the Fall 2015 graduation ceremony. I would like to take a moment to introduce SVSU's governing board members who are with us this evening. These citizens are appointed by the governor of the state of Michigan to serve this university, and they do with commitment and distinction. I will ask them to stand and then ask you to join me in thanking them for their fine service to SVSU. Please hold your applause until they are all introduced. Board Chair Scott Carmona. Vice Chair Janae Velasquez. Secretary David Gomez. Treasurer John Kunitzer. Board Member Dennis Durko. David Gomez, Patrick McInnes, and Vicki Rupp. Please join me in thanking them for their service. Excuse me. I missed Kathy Ferguson. Kathy, I apologize. We have a representative group of faculty and staff who have joined us for this evening. To our graduates, these faculty and staff are SVSU. And now I would ask them to stand and be recognized. Please recognize them for their work, which brings honor to our university and value to the degrees that we're going to award tonight. Thank you. Our commencement speaker tonight is Mr. Billy Dexter. He is an SVSU alumnus and a managing partner at an executive search firm, Heidrick and Struggles. He leads the company's global diversity advisory services practice that assists clients in creating a diverse leadership team. Mr. Dexter has been a leader in talent acquisition and diversity field for more than 25 years. Mr. Dexter has received numerous honors, including a recipient of the Business Leader of Color by the Chicago United. The Society of Human Resources Management named him one of the top 100 global diversity thought leaders. Savoy Magazine awarded Mr. Dexter with the Trailblazer Award and recognized him as one of the top 50 African American executives in 2010. SVSU, his alma mater, selected him as our outstanding alumni in the year 2011. Mr. Dexter completed his bachelor's degree at Saginaw Valley State University and master's degree at the Michigan State University. It is my pleasure to introduce to you Mr. Billy Dexter.
Saginaw Valley State University, what's up? I had to just get that out. I do have some formal remarks, but it is a pleasure for me to be here. I first want to thank President Bashan for supporting me and inviting me. I want to thank the Board of Directors of the university. I want to thank the faculty and staff for all the work that you do, particularly Dr. Mamie Thorns, who actually reconnected me back with the university. I want to thank my wife, she's somewhere in the audience here, family and friends, and I also want to thank my track coach, Dr. Doug Hansen, and my track teammates from 1980 to 84. We had some great times. We won a national championship in 82 and 83, so I had to get that out there. I think there's some banners around here that represent that. Congratulations, 2015 graduating class of SVSU. Wow. Let's give them a round of applause. This is a full circle moment for me to be with you today. If you were to follow the data and the statistics, my story should not have happened. A young black guy from inner city of Detroit coming to Saginaw Valley. However, it did, and it happened because of the opportunity that I was given by Saginaw Valley State University. I want to share with you three things this evening. One, my story and journey. Three things that life has taught me during these 30 years. Yep, that's right. It's been 30 years since I graduated from the university. And back then, it was Saginaw Valley State College. So yeah, I feel like the old guy in the room. And then number three of my absolute truths. What would I tell myself back in 1985 that I know to be true in 2015? So let me start with a few comments around my story. So the decision to go to college was one that was a difficult one because no one in my family had ever graduated high school. And so back then, I had an opportunity to make a decision around, after I graduated high school, what was I going to do? So at that time, I felt like I had three choices. One, to get a job in Detroit. Again, I said a job, not a career. To go to the service or to go to college. And college was probably the most remote for me. And because I didn't have a lot of guidance, I was trying to make something happen, so I decided to go and pursue the opportunity of going to college. And so without any guidance, I started just sending out college applications. And before I knew it, I had sent out 16 applications and got 16 rejection letters, okay? And I'm here to tell you, one of those letters came from Saginaw Valley State College. But at the bottom of the letter, they said, if you'd like to discuss this decision, give us a call and set up an appointment. They probably never thought a 17-year-old kid would give them a call, but I did. So my family didn't have a car at the time, and one of my buddies had just gotten his driver's license, so I said, hey, you ready for a road trip? So we had never been north of Detroit, and so we hopped in his car and came up here, met with admissions, and it took them only 5 minutes to say, Billy, we appreciate you coming up here, but there's nothing here in your records that would indicate you could be successful here. And so I then said, well, that's not a reflection of who I am. If you give me an opportunity, I know I can get it done. So I left there with what the decision was still, there's not much we can do. However, we're gonna exhaust every option, but give us a couple weeks. So 2 weeks later, after checking the mail every day, I got a letter from Saginaw Valley State College at the time, and it was a thin letter, and I had gotten 16 of those, which, by the way, 30 years later, I still have all 16 of those rejection letters, and I love to look at them sometime and say, how you like me now? So I went in the basement, opened the letter, and it said, congratulations, you've been admitted on probation. Take 12 credit hours, you get a C+, we'll consider you for admission. So I was excited. I'm going to college. Went to tell my mother, and again, you know, God bless her. She had no context around college, and her first remarks were, college? What college wants you? And I said, Mom, Saginaw Valley wants me. So she then said, how are we going to pay for this? And just to tell you how raw it was for me, I had never even thought about that. And so here I was, now I got an opportunity to go to college. I then applied for financial aid, and I was off and going at Saginaw Valley. So I get up here, this is in fall of 1979. Okay, and back then there was maybe 10 buildings on campus, and not this sprawling, unbelievable place that it is today. Matter of fact, I called it Green Acres back then. But it was an unbelievable opportunity for me. But by the end of my first week of school, of classes, I realized I was in over my head. Because in high school in Detroit, I had never really applied myself. I came up here with no academic skills, didn't know how to study, take tests. And so by the end of that first week, I thought that there wasn't going to be a place for me here. But I had an opportunity to get some advice to go see a tutor. So I did. And it was one of those I don't know if they still do this, but it was tutoring from 6 to 9 twice a week. And I would tell you that I showed up to that tutoring class and no one else showed up the whole semester. So it's me and a graduate student, and he taught me how to study, take notes, and take tests. So I ended up getting through school and graduating in 4 years. But those 4 years there were a lot of challenges and opportunities for me. And one of the challenges was I had a summer job after my sophomore year. And I worked at Cedar Point Amusement Park in Sandusky. Some of you may be familiar with that. I saved up a little money and I came back and found out that my financial aid wasn't in place. And then the dorms were filled. I was number 38, never forget that, on the waiting list. And so I went into financial aid and they said, hey, look, it's not gonna happen for you this year. You should go back to Detroit, start over, and come back and try it again. I didn't take no for an answer. I said, no, that's not an option. I'll figure it out. So I took some of the money that I'd saved and actually got a room at Delta College down the road. And then I was able to pay for first semester classes with the money that I had saved. And back then, and I want to date myself, but credits were $27 a credit hour. I know. So I was able to pay for that first semester, but there was a problem when I was at Delta College. There was no transportation between Delta and Saginaw Valley. I didn't have a car. So I wanted this so bad that I actually ran every day from Delta to Saginaw Valley. Didn't know what that meant, but I do now. So 30 years ago, Saginaw Valley gave me that opportunity. Before I left there, I had found, as I mentioned, I found that tutor. I became a resident assistant. First time anyone had recognized me as a leader. I joined the track team, walked on, and we had incredible success. I was a student government leader, a homecoming king. I embraced the university, and they embraced me. So it was an incredible experience 30 years ago. But what has life taught me since then? Questions that you need to ask yourself, graduates. These are questions that I ask myself. The world around you will change. The question is, how will you adapt to change? So with all the trials and tribulations that I had in getting through my education, Saginaw Valley prepared me for that change. In 1990, I left Michigan and moved to Chicago, didn't know one person. And I've been there for 25 years and have been very blessed with an incredible career. But because I had made the step to go from Saginaw Valley, from Detroit to Saginaw Valley, I wasn't scared anymore. I was excited to start my life. Another thing that I know what life has taught me over the last 30 years, that life will happen. There'll be challenges and opportunity, but the question is, how will you respond? Another example for me, I was in my dream job about 8 years ago, Executive Vice President for Viacom, MTV Networks. I was one of the top executives, 10 executives that ran this global company, making more money than I could ever imagine at the Grammys and MTV Awards and hanging with celebrities and every day believing, wow, this is a guy from Saginaw Valley? A year and a half into that job, CEO gets fired. New CEO comes in, changes the leadership team. And guess what? I'm out. I lose my job. It's devastating for me, but life will happen. What I went through at Saginaw Valley prepared me. I refocused. A year later, joined Heidrick & Struggles, and I've been there for 7 years. I also learned that there are no boundaries. You can go further than your dreams. I would have never dreamed the career and experience that I have now. Question becomes, what are your dreams for your life? One of my experiences, when I had started off wanting to be a university administrator, worked at Central Michigan and Michigan State. Then I moved to Chicago and I worked for United Airlines, Motorola, Deloitte, Hudson Highland Group, Monster Worldwide, MTV, Heidrick & Struggles, 7 different companies. Each move was a promotion. But at Motorola, our CEO came to a small group of high potentials and he said, hey, there's an opportunity in Malaysia for one of you. Is anybody interested? I raised my hand. I said, I'll go to Malaysia. And I was also thinking, where in the hell is Malaysia? But I signed up, and off I went. And I was there for almost a year. Again, young kid from Detroit. I'm, at the Great Wall of China and Penang and Cirebon and Kuala Lumpur. I'm on the other side of the world. Started here. So, in the last part, what are my absolute truths? What are some of the things that I know today to be absolutely true 30 years later? Your degree is your ticket to get into the stadium. You'll take the field. Will you take the field and play, or be content with just having a seat at being at the game? You should have employability skills that will come with this degree that you're receiving tonight. One of the things that I do for a living, companies hire us to find leadership talent. In all those companies that I mentioned, I was the person that was coming to colleges around the country looking for the best talent for those organizations. Now, Heidrick & Struggles is one of the largest search firms in the world, and we're employed to find the top talent for companies around the world. So one of the things that I do know that you should walk out of Saginaw Valley with the degree, but you should also have strong communication and interpersonal skills. Be able to work on it as a team. Have problem-solving skills. Manage multiple priorities. Be a great planner and organizer. Have leadership and management skills. Technical literacy. Analytical skills, multicultural awareness. Those are the basic skills that you need to have to play in the game today. But these skills only get you in the stadium. You really need to take charge of your career as you're going to be a graduate of Saginaw Valley. Have a vision and have a roadmap. There may be many exits and stops on that roadmap, but the destination should be clear. In 2016 and beyond, there's a new set of skills that are going to be required that are beyond just employability. It's a very competitive and global world out there. You need the following skills to play today, to get in the game. You need to be able to lead people, directing and motivating people. You need to have strategic planning skills. Question, can you translate vision into strategy? Can you manage change, view change positively, adapt plans, and manage others resistant to change? Can you inspire commitment, recognize achievement? Do you have the ability to get things done? Are you results driven with metrics linked to strategy? Do you have cultural navigation? Can you understand the landscape and adjust to ethnic and regional expectations? Do you have a global perspective to have a global impact on business results? Are you a quick learner? Can you learn the business and technical skills needed to impact the business? Those are all things that you're going to need to be a player in the game as you leave Saginaw Valley State University. Last point I want to make, you have an opportunity to make an impact. Probably one of the most valuable things that I learned from Saginaw Valley was to value connections and develop relationships. People do business with people they trust and respect. The people that have integrity and character. With that, there's a poem that means a lot to me, and it talks about character, and it's called "It's All About Character" by Frank Outlaw. Watch your thoughts, they become your words. Watch your words, they become your actions. Watch your actions, they become your habits. Watch your habits, they become your character. Watch your character, it becomes your destiny. Watch your destiny, it becomes your legacy. The question is, what is your legacy? You're about to graduate from Saginaw Valley. In closing, I want you to know that I am proud to be a Cardinal. I could never repay SVSU for all that they've given me in terms of confidence and direction and the ability to dream bigger. I wish you all the best. Congratulations, 2015 graduates of Saginaw Valley State University. Go Cards, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Dexter. We have now arrived at the principal reason for this ceremony, the conferring of degrees. SVSU still holds to the tradition of speaking each name individually. This may take a while, but it's well worth it. For each name spoken represents the pride and the hopes of the individual and their family and friends. Applause and cheering are certainly welcome, but please be courteous to others and allow the name announced next to be heard. The first candidates who have earned graduate degrees. I now invite Dr. Deborah Huntley, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, to the podium to present these candidates.
Thank you, Mr. President. Will the candidates for graduate degrees please rise? Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty, I'm honored to present these students who have successfully completed the requirements for their graduate degrees. With the approval of the faculty, they are presented to you. Will the candidates please come forward?
Kelsey Nicole Meeker. Kayla Michelle Ortega. Derek A. Temple. Marwa Mohammed Al-Bokit. Andrea Janelle McGee. Francis Patrick McElgun. Roderick John Innes. Jill Innes, Assistant Professor of Occupational Therapy, will present the diploma cover to her husband. Aaron Robert Joyce. Luna Wei Chi. Kimberly Lynn Stoltzman. Robin Lynn Wellhausen. Daryl Eugene Schlicker. Ryan James Maher. Executive Director of Information Technology Services, Jim Maher, will be handing the diploma cover to his son. Wea Joe. Young Joe. Meng Mao. Lee Jung. Justin Michael Elliott. Derek Larry Sheridan. Marissa Ann Pierce. Jessica Nadine Proyshoff. Sarah Renee Rabataro. Melissa Sue Hall. Cassie Janelle Greshaw. Nicole June Masters. Alexis Miriam Reinert. Kristen Renee Opperman. Melanie C. Majuzinski. Carrie Jean Ovry. Rebecca Delora Colette Blaschka. Christina Gloria Donahue. Catherine Jean Ferrier. Amanda Sue Budge. Catherine Lisa Rotley. Heather Renee Wright. Heidi Lynn Kraft. Morgan Bethany Baldwin. Ashley Lynn Brzezinski. Heather Lauren Pantia. Justin Joseph Kunick. Eric S. Hummel. Chet Nicholas Lefebvre. Stephen Robert James. Kyle Matthew Fassett. Luke William Bonner. Janae Kristen Allen. Caitlin Mary Kassler. Haley Marie Ensman. Jessica Ann Schmidlin. Lauren Marie Rapoon. Jessica Jo Fitting. Abiyami Safriyu Ashimi. Ala Asr Al-Khatib. Trisha K. Charbonneau Ivy. Shannon Michelle Hernandez. Andrew David Pike. Ashley Marie Verner. Elizabeth Marie Osborne. Lauren Jean Mathern. Jana Louise Shank. Ashley Elizabeth Bowker. Samuel John Pencala. Ryan Edward Schultz. Andrew James Gwynn. Morgan Catherine Bell. Joseph Gwill Pacelli. Amy R. Jacobs. Jessica Lynn Bell. Katie Aline Geyer. Ruth E. Richard. Antoinette Maria Rendon Young. Emily Ann Hutfils. Patrick Timothy Beasley. Janelle Jolynn Jordan Turner. Sherry Ann Kaufman. Zachary Kyle Elliott. Melissa K. Lang. Nicole Marie Zacher. Ashley Lynn Scott. Jordan Elizabeth Bollier. Kaylee Rose Palega. Kara Nicole Stedry.
You are well prepared for leadership in your professions and communities. Serve proudly and well. Now, upon the recommendation of the faculty and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Control at Saginaw Valley State University, I am pleased and proud to confer upon you the graduate degrees you have earned, together with the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Congratulations to all of you. Please be seated. We will now proceed with the awarding of baccalaureate degrees. I call upon Associate Dean Dr. Anthony Bauer to come to the podium and present the candidates for baccalaureate degrees in the College of Business and Management.
Thank you, Mr. President. Will the candidates for baccalaureate degrees in business administration and professional accountancy please stand? On behalf of the faculty of the College of Business and Management, it is my pleasure to congratulate you as you launch your careers in business or pursue graduate studies. Your efforts have paid off, and tonight, as we celebrate you, we remind you to take pride in your SVSU business degree. Wherever in the world you may be, we look forward to hearing your success stories, and to welcoming you back as our alumni. You make us proud. We celebrate the candidates. Will the candidates please come forward?
Matthew Thomas Baker. Salah Mahdi Al-Yami. Caitlin Marie Turo. Heidi Ann Hicks. Emily Lauren Hardy. Chelsea Dane Parton. Tanner Jack Spencer. Courtney Lynn Burbina, magna cum laude. Morgan Page Novak. Diomar Troy Boyden. Nathan Allen Hudson. Lakin Cherie Rich. Ryan Paul Williams, cum laude. Taylor Ashley Wilson. Tiffany Renee Clark, cum laude. Satyam D. Patel, cum laude. Nicole Ann Ashinger. Whitney June Downing. John Jacob Hanna. Joel Michael Kranowski. Patrick Philip O'Brien. Daryl Lavelle Carter. Jacob Kenneth Miller. Ashley Nicole Brown, summa cum laude. Lala Hassan Al-Araid, cum laude. Ahmed Mohammed Abur Shaid. Christopher James Perkovich, cum laude. Amy Marie Charbonneau. Samantha Jo Witchles, magna cum laude. Anne Marie Schneider. Casey Jo Peterson. Megan June Markey, magna cum laude. Mary Helen Jeanette Provo. Philippe Christian Augustine. Haley Elaine Zwerk, cum laude. Emily K. Schrader, cum laude. Kathleen A. Young. Amy Lynn Vermette. Randall C. Wenzel, cum laude. Carrie Ellen Camp. Samuel Lee Reichman. Bradley Paul Wenslick, magna cum laude. Matthew Charles Hokaby, cum laude. Siobhan Marie Richards, magna cum laude. Daniel Kenneth Palaja. Danielle Nicole Teller. Abdullah Mahdi Al-Youssef, cum laude. Ali Mohammed Al-Motawa. Abdul Wahab Mohammed Abu Salah, cum laude. Tricia Marie Williams. Isham Abdul Malik Najjar. Hamad Hassan bin Sultan. Caitlin May Desjardins. Kaylee Pauline Nemec, magna cum laude. Kevin J. Swears, cum laude. Jordan Matthew Booms, cum laude. Patrick Theodore Gross. Nicholas Andrew Kinsler, magna cum laude. Yi Zhu. Jaquan Cho, cum laude. Peng Li. Shotai Shu, cum laude. Cao Chen Li, cum laude. Yi Yao. Iwan Yao. Yuzhou Shi. Tiffany Joan Sharkey. Tiffany is a veteran of the U.S. Navy where she served as a hospital corpsman for 5 years. Jing Zhao. Yan Huang.
Please join me in applause. You may be seated.
I now call upon Dr. Judy Ruland to come to the podium to present the candidates for baccalaureate degrees or certificates through the College of Health and Human Services.
Will the candidates in the Crystal M. Lang College of Health and Human Services please stand? Your goal for a career in healthcare or human services is becoming a reality, and currently there are many opportunities to serve in those areas. What you do with those opportunities will be something for which you as a professional are both responsible and accountable, and we wish you well, and we are very proud of you. Will the candidates please come forward?
Mallory McLaren O'Neill, magna cum laude. Alexis Cordy. Keegan J. Wilson, summa cum laude. Angela Marie Odifer, summa cum laude. Heather Marie Rosser, magna cum laude. Katie Ann Garcia, magna cum laude. Emily Janelle Bleach, summa cum laude. Mackenzie Lee Rouse, cum laude. Kelly Ann Roderick, summa cum laude. Ann Frances Jembrowski, cum laude. Whitney Leanne Primo, magna cum laude. Caitlin Angelina Suzanne Bird, summa cum laude. Gabrielle Ashley Peak. Melanie LaShawn Henning. Andrew James Lease, summa cum laude. Michael Patrick Dorr, magna cum laude. Lonnie Jean Smith, magna cum laude. Adam A. Place, magna cum laude. Jillian Renee Schmidlin, magna cum laude. Sarah Elizabeth Luan, summa cum laude. Lindsay Nicole Weaver, magna cum laude. Celine Marie Howard, magna cum laude. Caitlin Elizabeth Moss, summa cum laude. Alexa S. Bovin, cum laude. Amy Elizabeth Jungle, cum laude. Jacqueline Alexa Wood, summa cum laude. Heather Lauren Helm, cum laude. Grant Edward Voisinette, summa cum laude. Bethany Danielle Thrun, magna cum laude. Kaylee M. Lavasser, magna cum laude. Olivia M. Halabicki, summa cum laude. Skylar David Konitzer, summa cum laude. Shelby N. Doyle, summa cum laude. Cassandra Lee Rezio, summa cum laude. Maximilian Conrad Watuki, magna cum laude. Ashley Diana Lalonde, magna cum laude. DeQuincy Smith. Vance L. Arrington. Chenoa Charlene Hall. Ashley Renee Young, magna cum laude. Jessica Lauren Chernick, summa cum laude. Kayla Marie Stazowitz, cum laude. Alyssa Michelle Shervin, summa cum laude. Alyssa Carol Ambrose, magna cum laude. Caitlin Marie Weber, summa cum laude. Ashley Suzanne Bezrich, magna cum laude. Taylor Marie Rembelski, summa cum laude. Philip Patrick Coolha, cum laude. Jordan David Foster, magna cum laude. Andrew Dwayne Fisher, cum laude. Mackenzie Jean Kanaszewski, magna cum laude. Maria Elizabeth Galena, summa cum laude. Zachary Christopher Vassold, summa cum laude. Megan Lynn Barrero, magna cum laude. Angela Dawn Meyer, cum laude. Alak Sarkar, cum laude. Jendea Margene Woodson. Emily Renee Weiss. Anne Elizabeth Sheltron, cum laude. Muhammad Hamada Al-Golbi. Ashley Renee Brown. Elizabeth Marion James. Micah Javay Fuller. Samantha Renee Spindler. Andrea Elizabeth Nowak. Sultan Ibrahim Aludebi. Matthew Edward Duffany. Lindsay Douglas Johnson, magna cum laude. Joshua James Mercer. Laura Lynn Gibson. Casey Lee Neitz. Matthew Ryan Vach. Alex Joseph Harrison, cum laude. Mia Grace Beretta. Christopher William Gerke. Megan L. Pratt, magna cum laude. Mark Ryan Wallace. Jessica Nicole Ostrander, cum laude. Nicola Martin Colucci, cum laude. Kristen Ann Bobick. Jacob Dennis Lauka, magna cum laude. Carly Ann Toso, cum laude. Haura Rita Alkayat, summa cum laude. Emily Marie Hunt, cum laude. Corey Bruce Henry Hegg, magna cum laude. Olivia Diane Perrin, magna cum laude. Mally Elizabeth Hall. Shauna Marie Urick Reichard, summa cum laude. Tiffany Elizabeth Carbonneau, cum laude. Carly Diane Nerminger. Evan S. Burns. Scott E. Vaughn. Kelsey Rayanne Earl. William James Strauss, cum laude. Dan Strauss, Director of Academic Advising, will present the diploma cover to his son. Amanda Renee Kimes, summa cum laude. Ashley Catherine Nulazek. Jordan Andrew Scherzer. Emily Nicole Furman. Lindsay Noel Penny. Tracy Lynn Knapp, cum laude.
Please join me in applause.
Will the candidates for all baccalaureate degrees please stand? On behalf of both your families and your university, let me tell you how very proud we are of you. Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Control of Saginaw Valley State University, I am pleased and proud to confer upon each of you the baccalaureate degree you've earned, together with the rights and privileges and responsibilities appertaining thereto. You may now move your tassels to the left. You may be seated. We have a few more traditions to honor here, one of which is the induction of all members of the graduating class into the Saginaw Valley State University Alumni Association. I ask Ms. Shawnette Markey, President of the SVSU Alumni Association, to come to the podium.
Thank you, President Bashan. Today's graduates join over 42,000 SVSU alumni who have gone before them. Our alumni make SVSU proud with their significant contributions to our region, state, and world. Recently, SVSU received the Community Engagement Classification from the Carnegie Foundation for the Advancement of Teaching. Only 7% of U.S. colleges and universities have attained this national recognition. While this designation is recent, community engagement has been at the core of SVSU from our very beginning. This approach to hands-on learning and the benefits it provides are evident in our alumni across generations and in today's graduates. Our 2015 Distinguished Alumnus in the College of Business and Management is Dave Abbs. A certified financial planner, he owns a successful local retirement planning business and has a strong history of community service. Dave has served as chair of SVSU Board of Control and the Saginaw Community Foundation Board. In the College of Health and Human Services, our 2015 Distinguished Alumna is Carmela Jones, a registered nurse and an ordained American Baptist clergywoman. She combines these callings in her profession outside Washington, D.C. She was a pioneer, becoming the first African American to complete a nursing degree at SVSU. Recent SVSU graduates are embarking on impressive careers as well. Vance Fulton was a member of at least 10 student organizations during his time on campus, serving as a leader in several. A native of the Detroit suburb of West Bloomfield, he has taken that work ethic into his accounting career, having joined one of the nation's leading firms. While at SVSU, Jacob Dunkerson took full advantage of our undergraduate research opportunities. The native of suburban Flint was one of the first students to work in our brain research laboratory. He also worked locally with the Field Neurosciences Institute. Jacob is now enrolled at the University of Kentucky's Spinal Cord and Brain Injuries Research Center, where he just completed his first semester. Outstanding students abound among today's graduates as well. Amy Charbonneau completed local internships with both the Saginaw Spirit Hockey Club and the Great Lakes Loon Minor League Baseball team. A native of Sheboygan at the tip of the Mitt in Michigan, Amy will be sticking with baseball as she has been offered a position in sports marketing with the Peoria Chiefs in Illinois, an affiliate of Major League Baseball's St. Louis Cardinals. Cassie Rizzio has maximized SVSU opportunities at home and abroad, working as a nursing intern at Covenant Healthcare in Saginaw and 2 children's hospitals in Sydney, Australia. This fall, she was chosen as one of 2 students to participate in a nursing leadership program at Beaumont Hospital in suburban Detroit. Cassie soon will be starting her 1-year pediatric nurse residency program at the prestigious Cook Children's Medical Center in Fort Worth, Texas. Please join me in congratulating all of these outstanding alumni in the SVSU graduating class of 2015. And please join me in welcoming all of today's graduates into the SVSU Alumni Association.
Thank you, Ms. Markey. We've just heard about the remarkable success of our alumni, those who are graduating tonight and some who have graduated more than a few years ago. And there are those who have remained in our region, while all others are headed to all corners of the world. These are not isolated examples. They are indicative of the sustained success I have witnessed from our graduates for many, many years. For tonight's graduates, I offer my hearty congratulations. On this special occasion, it's the end of a long, and for many of you, a very long journey. One that I'm sure has been challenging at times, but also rewarding, and I hope inspiring. As you prepare to celebrate, let us not forget those who are celebrating with you. Your parents, your grandparents, your siblings, your spouses, all of your family and friends who have supported and sacrificed for you. At this time, would the family, friends, and supporters of tonight's graduates please stand and be recognized? Our ceremony is about to end, but I hope tonight serves as the beginning of a new relationship, because the success of a university and its alumni are forever intertwined. You will make us proud by making yourselves proud. So go on and make a difference in your careers, in your communities, and in the lives of others. I hope you will remain an active member of the Cardinal family as well. Remember, we are here to support you in the future days, weeks, and years to come. And we hope you will continue to show your support for your university. Please keep in touch with your alma mater and come back to campus and visit whenever you can. Again, congratulations and our best wishes to you. Please rise for the recessional.